so grateful for the way that it happened. Like when I think on how it happened, like God really took care of me in that season. Like I'm talking about financially, healing wise. He really renewed me and really just showed me like, you got to focus on yourself, your health. Always make sure you got insurance. I didn't realize it back then, but she really like formed who I am today. And just being up under her, like she really just instilled in me the importance of customer service and really just kind of putting your clients like just really put me on game to get in higher level clients. I'm gonna just say. She been in Dallas for a year. I was in Dallas for like maybe 9 months.
Oh wow, yeah.
She
You
was
said
done.
you got to get on down.
She was done.
That's
I
okay.
did. I was like, you know what? And I was really trusting God, and I was just like, you know what? I'm like, it's not working for me.
Yeah.
And I respect that from you because, a lot of people would still struggle and stay and make something work. Like, if you feel like it just wasn't for you, you gonna go find what works for you, Welcome to another episode of Salon Talk, literally the podcast where we dive into a world of beauty, business, and everything in between.
We're here to bring you the real, the raw, and of course, the literal truth about what it's like working in the beauty industry with a few laughs along the way.
And we've got a really dope guest lined up for you today. All right, now let's get into today's topic. Trust me, you literally don't want to miss this one.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, y'all. So welcome to another episode of Salon Talk Literally Podcast. I'm Diamond and
I am Key. And today we have Sis, the stylist, with us. She is in Houston, Texas. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. So she was raised in Detroit, Michigan, and now based in Houston, Texas. Sis specializes in premium hair extension services and has a high-quality extension brand that empowers women to feel confident and radiant. With 15 years of experience, she combines artistry, precision, and passion to deliver custom looks tailored to each client. Her mission is to help you achieve your hair goals. Through her platform, she also strives to teach stylists how to elevate their crafts, build and thriving businesses in the hair industry. Let's all welcome Sis.
Yay!
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
I hope I'm not butchering your name, but I think it's right, like Sis, right? Sis.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
good.
Sis. Like, I'm like
Absolutely.
Sis. Like,
Yes, I love that name.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So, like, we want to get a little bit of background about you, right? We want you to tell us where it all started. I know you from Detroit. I love Detroit. I love stylists that come from Detroit. Y'all do not play about the hair game at all.
Not at all.
So, we would like to start off by you letting us know a little bit about your background and kind of telling us about you.
Absolutely. So I've been doing hair since I was probably like 15, 16 years old. I'm in my mid 30s now. Originally from Detroit, Michigan. I grew up in my mother's older sister was a hair salon and she did hair out her basement. So I was her assistant when I was like 12, 13, 14 years old. Like first started getting in the beauty industry and just being around older women and just feeling a love in the hair salon. So what was that, like 2004? Wow. So yeah, almost 20 years ago. 20 years ago.
Wow.
I've been doing it for 2 years for the most part. I've been working for 15 years because I graduated in 2008. And as soon as I graduated, I went straight to cosmetology school in Detroit, Michigan. And I started working for a commission-based hairstylist. It was a really nice upscale hairstylist, full of seasoned stylists. We had a very upscale clientele, back in the day. And it was just all love. I really appreciate my upbringing in the salon because I learned so much from the lady who owned the salon. She was my mentor. I didn't realize it back then, but she really like formed who I am today. And just being up under her, like she really just instilled in me the importance of customer service and really just kind of putting your clients like just really put me on game to get in higher level clients. I'm gonna just say that.
Yes.
So it started. So it's been in me for a long time, and so just Detroit is home, and Detroit like we big in the hair game. So
y'all are. That's what I said. I make so many Detroit stylists, and I just love y'all. I love y'all energy, everything. Y'all be so creative when it comes to y'all. You can always point out a Detroit stylist from anywhere. Like that's what I do love about it. I love
pride.
Yes.
Yes,
Very much.
yes.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
noticed that you did say one thing though, so that really like I appreciate it because it's a lot of people that's coming up in the hair industry and they don't have mentors. Like I feel like that is
Yep.
so needed in the industry at this time.
Oh, necessary. And it's such a lack because a lot of hairstylists literally go from the salon schools or high school straight to their own suite and they're by themselves. So they
Yes.
no one to teach them, like
No.
tell them that they're doing wrong or what to do better. And that's really lacking in our industry right now. And it's kind of sad for real. But
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
season on this, like, yeah, like I'm very grateful to have had my mentor. Like, even
Yes.
to this day, I could just, like, I could tell you key points that I learned from her that I can just see that's lacking. You hear clients come in with horror stories.
Yes.
They come in with these horror stories about like just crazy stuff that you just be
Yeah.
like, no, that's basic,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very
Yes.
grateful for a mentor, and I definitely
Yes.
feel like all young stylists should try to find
You
somebody to.
recommend it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I'm like, I think see, it's not like how we came in the industry anymore. Like we grew up around all of that mentors, other people that we looked up to that was doing so good in the hair industry, and we wanted to mimic how they was doing it but in our own ways and
So
stuff like
natural.
that.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't even like, oh, go do it on your own. No, you have to start.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
had to start somewhere in a salon setting where other stylists and stuff was. That everybody was at different levels in the salon, so you learn from each person on different things. That's what we need to bring back. I feel like that's what we need to bring back. Honestly,
like a level. It's like I said, like I just feel like stylists nowadays, like the younger girls, they go straight from whether they go to cosmetology school or come straight out of high school and go straight to doing it themselves. It's like you go from being, just being a little pup to thinking you just a boss.
Yeah.
And you really you messing yourself up. It's like it's really levels to it. Like
Yes.
I was a shampoo girl. I'm gonna say I was an assistant, but I was really a shampoo. They called me the shampoo girl for probably about 6 years. And like I said, I started when I was like 14. So I was happy. I was making money. I felt like a boss at that time, at that age. It's great because
Cause you still making money, but you learning too. You don't have no type of pressure. You just there, you learning, sucking up all the game, and you still getting paid. Like you can, like I'll be trying to say that it's levels to it. You can't just run in and thinking you a boss.
Yeah.
Like they want that boss like position so bad.
Without putting the work into it. And I sometimes wonder like, why aren't we in open floor salons anymore where we can learn from those older stylists? Like it's almost non-existent now.
Since the salon concept came up, like salon suites concept came, it's just been
it's been different ever since. And I've worked both. Like
when did I feel like the shift changed? Because I'm gonna just speak for myself. When I left so I was so locked in with the salon that I was working at with my mentor. I think I stayed there for like maybe 10, 11 years. Like I worked and not to say that I was an assistant for that long because obviously
you were just there.
I was just there and I was still, everybody who worked there was there for a long time. And we were a family, we knew each other's clients. It was no competition.
Right.
It was literally just love, game, and getting money and just being successful. And so when I left, I left that like commission salon, but I wasn't commissioned. I was booth rent. But it was it probably was like maybe 8 stylists that worked there. I left right after the pandemic. So and I feel like that's when the shift happened. Like
I do
too. I exactly, because I came here in the middle of the.
As soon as they opened up the door for us to work, I was in a salon suite.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But like I said, like I had been working in that salon for like 10, 11 years. I did my time.
Yeah.
It was okay. I didn't think anything of it. But as you look around and just see, like I saw, like I was in like a more of like a, what was the name of it? It was kind of similar to like Solar Salon Suites.
Yeah.
Where it's like a big, like maybe like 20 suites in a building.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved into my first suite and I just noticed that it was like the stylists and stuff were getting younger and younger. And I'm just looking, I'm like, wow, I'm like, y'all are so young and I would talk to them like, did you go to cosmetology school? What's up? They're like, no. You know, I'm just hoping they don't ask for my license. It was kind of ghetto, but
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
but I'm just like, you didn't. I'm like, so you've never worked as an assistant under nobody? Like, you know, you ain't even go to
Yeah.
school. It's
Yeah.
freestyle.
Just
That's
coming
dangerous.
straight in.
Just
Yeah, it
coming straight
is.
in.
Mhm.
Coming
But
straight
that's what's
in.
going on though. That
Yeah.
is
And
what's going on.
that's
And
not
it's
good.
like
Yeah,
they
right
ain't
after the
gonna make it
pandemic.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You see them
so,
come
yeah.
and go a lot. You know, it's a high turnover like that, you know, because they haven't been they haven't nurtured themselves into that. Like
Mhm.
I
They
feel like
burn
salon
out.
suites are for more for people that like have built their
Established.
clientele up in season and ready to go and start their own thing. Like you
Mhm.
can't just go straight from there to
Or
there.
you have to just be very good at marketing
You gotta
yourself.
be
Like
to be getting
To
clients
to
to be
really
coming.
to bring the people in, you know, you're gonna have to do a little extra marketing. But I'm still curious to know like where the disconnect is. I have an idea, like as far as why people aren't in open floor salons, but I could be wrong. I'm thinking maybe it's the commission splits now, and like people not really,
A lot of different reasons, though.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah, it's a lot of. I believe it's a
making
lot to have to do with it.
yeah, the culture, like it could be various
yeah,
reasons.
I feel like stylists, like, you know, being a hairstylist, like you are, like one of the first thoughts is like, okay, I'm gonna be my own boss.
Mm-hmm.
So going to work in a salon where it's potentially commission based or even booth rent, like, you know, I'm not really sure if I don't see booth rent that often anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they just be like, no, I want to be by myself. I want to create my own
Right.
vibes.
Mhm.
They're
Right.
not even realizing that they're missing out on a huge community.
Yes.
Yeah, community.
So like one thing, so I moved to Texas. I moved to Dallas in 21, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first came to Dallas, I was looking for a big, like, you know, open floor, you know, I don't know if I would have did commission or booth rent, probably because I was new to Texas. I might have considered doing commission. But with social media, you know, I really could have just went straight to booth rent. But anyway,
Yeah.
I couldn't find a salon like what I was looking for when I
Yeah.
first moved to Dallas.
They didn't have them here. I was the first that brought it out this way because nobody was.
Yeah.
It was not no.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, your salon concept is amazing. But I
Thank
could when
you.
I first got to Dallas, I was extremely discouraged because
Yeah.
I don't want to come to a new city and state and have to figure it out. I'm gonna be in a suite, like
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of like far off the road, not really any advertising. All I had was social media.
Mhm.
Like no, like it was a mess. Like when I first moved, so I ended up going into girl, I can't even think of the name of the salon.
Was it Sweets or was it it was
I had
Sweets?
to
Okay.
Yeah, because I couldn't find.
Was it
I
Madison?
can't remember what I was looking for. Was it called?
Phoenix.
Madison or
No, I
Phoenix?
think it was called Ovation.
Oh
Ovation.
yeah, I've seen
You know
that
where
one.
that is? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like I know somebody that worked in those. Was it in Dallas? In like Richardson?
It was right off of it was in North Dallas because I lived in Plano when I was out there.
Okay.
And it was on what's that main street that goes right through
It's like
Addison?
75 or something.
Preston.
Preston.
Road.
Okay.
On
Okay.
Preston. And it was okay. Like, you know, the space was fine. You know, salon suites are more expensive, obviously, than booth rent.
Yes.
Which was kind of like, it was a frustration too, because Anna had to sign a lease.
Yes. And you know
So-
we hate those.
What side of the lease?
Exactly. I had to
so
sign a
funny.
lease. And I was just
Now we
super
hate
frustrated,
those.
but I had to get to work. And it was just so frustrating that I couldn't find a salon. Like,
Yeah.
and, like,
Yeah,
I was
that
looking-
was me when I first got here too. I was going through the same struggle. I'm
Yeah.
like, because
You
I had
originally
just
from-
left home, and we got them everywhere. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's
Exactly.
like you come here, you like what?
Where the hair
Where's
salons?
the salons at?
Well, they have them, but
they in Dallas.
Yeah, they in Dallas.
Here in Dallas, or
yeah.
like, I feel like where did
Arlington.
when I was not Arlington, I think it was in what's that other city right like South Dallas? What city is that?
She talking about
It's a nice
DeSoto.
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 Oh
just
yeah,
say
that's where they got
Yeah,
some dope
they got them
stylists out
over
there
there
too now.
Yeah, but
They
see,
got
I
them out
wanted
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But you know, you don't want that clientele, so it's like it was forcing you to have to go like and be over there, and that ain't what you wanted to do. So you had to like make work
and I was
out
so
here.
unfamiliar. I was really just
Yeah.
unfamiliar. I really didn't know. It's almost like you have to know people. You know,
Yeah.
you kind of got to, you know,
True. You do.
So
Because you've been and got yourself in a situation and you don't even know nothing
exactly.
about the area or
Yeah,
anything.
that's true.
That's
Yeah.
another thing too, like, just kind of just being able to really just like trust other stylists and ask questions
Yes.
and kind of do all of that stuff.
Yes.
When I jumped into Dallas, I literally jumped in head first. Like,
Yeah. What brought you
And I
here?
love it. Yeah. What brought you to just decide to come to Dallas?
so when I came to Dallas, I was really following my mom. Like I've been in Houston. I mean, I've been in Detroit. I never lived anywhere else other than Detroit. I was actually very successful, but it was just coming to a point where, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of burnt out.
Yeah.
I was burnt out and I was like, oh, I want to do something else. And like I want to say like Houston and Dallas, like just Texas in general, was really like making it was a lot of, you hear a lot of people like, oh, it's a lot of opportunity, it's
Yeah.
great for families. It was just a lot of buzz around Texas. So my mother originally moved to Dallas first.
Okay.
Like maybe 9 to 10 months before I got down there. And I was just like, I'm a Detroit hairstylist and I'm a good hairstylist
Yeah.
and I can make it, and I'm a hustler. I can make it anywhere.
Right.
Anywhere.
Right.
So yeah, I just was trusting God and just allowing him to just kind of take off. And that's what happened. Like my mom moved to Dallas. She ended up in Fort Worth, child. I don't know how she got to Fort Worth from that.
Not forward. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
She was in
Right.
Fort Worth. And when I got there, I was like, girl, you far from anything that I want to be part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Compared
ended
to
up
Plano, yes.
No, for
Yeah.
real.
Exactly. So I found me a nice little townhouse in Plano, registered my kids. I was like, we're gonna settle right here. You can
Yeah.
have Fort Worth. And that's what it was. But Dallas wasn't really for me.
Mhm.
Dallas, like the clientele was just like a little bit more. I don't want to offend nobody, but Dallas was a little bit stiff for me. Like
Yeah.
Mm.
just like because when I come into, I'm new in the city, I'm new in the state, and I'm very open and friendly and like,
Yeah.
enough money for everybody. And I just wasn't getting that energy back.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
with my clients, I was just kind of like, I'm trying to meet people and I'm trying to grow here. And people
Yeah.
was just closed off.
Mm.
Oh.
So it was hard to build that community. It was really hard to kind of get in there. And I just was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna try Houston. I have
Yeah.
friends in Houston, more people that I knew. I was like, I'm just gonna come to
Oh, so
Houston.
you knew people in Houston already.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of Detroit people in Dallas too, but it was like I had more friends in Houston. So I was like,
Okay. Okay.
I started to travel back and forth, and then I was like, I'm just gonna settle here. And so I'm
Mhm.
happy with my
You
decision. I
happy
like
yeah.
Yeah.
I can see you fit better in Houston though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I said that when you told me you was gonna, I was like, I can see you fit better in Houston.
How long have you been there in Houston?
I've been here since 22.
Okay. Oh wow. So you only stayed in Dallas for like a
Yeah,
year.
girl, she didn't stay long.
I wasn't even in Dallas for a year. I was in Dallas for like maybe 9 months.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
She
You
was
said
done.
you got to get on down.
She was done.
That's
I
okay.
did. I was like, you know what? And I was really trusting God, and I was just like, you know what? I'm like, it's not working for me. It just
Yeah.
wasn't.
And I respect that from you because a lot of people would still struggle and stay and make
stay.
something work. Like if you
so
feel like
much.
it just wasn't for you, you gonna go find what works for you.
Yeah.
So I admire
Let me
that. That's
tell you,
good.
real though. Like I was in my townhouse, and it was weird because the townhouse that I was in, they signed a lease with me for 9 months. I've never heard of nobody signing a 9-month
Really?
lease. They did. It was
Ain't
very
that
weird.
something?
Wow.
But like I said, like it was like right after the pandemic and right before like inflation.
Yeah.
So as soon as my 9 months was up, then people was like, "Oh, your rent about to go up $1,000."
Like, you was like, goodbye.
"Say
Who
less."
finna?
I said, "Say less. I'm out of here. I don't
Yeah,
want to
I'm
be
gone.
here."
No.
So that's really kind of spared my decision.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I don't blame you because they went crazy on the inflation for real.
That's
$1,000.
crazy.
It was
Paying $1,000 more than what I paid last
More than
month
what
is
I paid. I
insane.
said, y'all ain't did no upgrades. Either.
Right. Like what would I
Yeah,
want to
no.
pay an extra $1,000 for?
Mm-mm.
Girl,
Thank
bye.
Thank
Uh-uh.
you. Mhm.
Oh
yeah,
my God. So
I-
tell us about okay, I know you when you moved to Houston, but prior to Houston, was you into luxury hair extensions before then? Or you got into it like as you came to Dallas and you went to Houston? Like how did that come about?
Yes.
So I've been doing micro links for about 10 years. Like I learned
Okay.
long before I moved to Dallas. That was really like my Like when I stopped doing, because I'm like originally I started off as like a silk press. Like I'm a natural hairstylist.
Okay.
And like just like I really wanted to cater to women who were like me, who kind of like really love their natural hair, just wanted to
Mhm.
just like accentuate it and wear it up into a ponytail, just all of the
Mhm.
flexibility and versatility that microlinks
Yeah.
offered. So that's like the first install that I started doing. And like during the pandemic, you know, when everybody was making their money, listen, the pandemic was
That was a
it was
time, huh, for you?
at the time.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when my luxury extension started. Like literally right
Okay.
Yeah.
after the doors, right after they said we could go outside and
Yeah.
we learn, that's when it
Man,
started.
that was a good time when
That
they
was
opened those
when they
doors.
yes, girl. It seemed
Good
like
time to
people
be
was you.
alive.
It's crazy how they started spending like that, but they was spending like crazy after that. I guess
Yeah.
they just was tired of being in the house, girl, and
It
they
was
was
gotta
just
be in
Yeah.
the house and they had that extra money.
They had
Like
the
yeah,
extra
the
money,
extra
like,
money to spend, and
everybody,
they was just
man,
blowing it,
the
girl.
checks were
The checks
coming.
was coming in.
I'm
Yes.
that's
still a
why I
little
was working
mad.
6 days a week. I said,
So
yeah, I
you
take
still a man, huh, Diamond?
I'm like, man,
So bring
yeah,
it back. We need them
I know,
times
but man, we
back.
don't need that
that
sickness.
part. For real.
Oh my
So yeah.
goodness.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, the question's like
Yeah. So, you have children.
I do.
How many?
I have 2 kids. My son is 13 and my daughter
Okay.
is 4.
Oh, I have a
Yes, I have
4-year-old
big
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, and that is a gap. So
Yeah.
how do you balance everything, being a hairstylist, being a mom, all the
Mm,
things? Like what does that look
like
like for you?
my mother lives with me, so
Oh,
I
that's
am
a
very
blessing.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
You
girl.
got a man.
Yes.
Say
I do. I
less.
am so grateful. I don't take it for granted at all. So when I left, mind you, I told y'all she moved to Fort Worth. So when I
Yeah.
left Dallas, she followed me.
I was going to that's what I said. Did she leap forward? Just go up there?
That
Okay.
is
Yeah.
so good.
So when I came to Houston in 22, I bought a house and she was like, I'm just gonna stay with you until I figure out, what part of Houston I want to be in. We didn't like, and I need her because I don't have
Yeah.
down here. So I was like, yeah, please stay with me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so to be honest, like, long hours and just
Yeah.
really work.
Yes, she's giving you the opportunity where you could still
You can
build
build.
while you ain't got to worry about your kids. You know
Yeah.
they safe, and
Absolutely.
she gonna look at that's dope. Like
That's a
that was
blessing.
what I wanted to happen when I came up here, but that did not happen for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's amazing. Like to see that, and let's talk about like building there. Like, did you
Okay.
open a salon suite? Like,
Oh,
is that
yeah,
what
open
I
up
see?
so I was here for so I bought my house in September of 22 and I opened up my salon suites in October of 23.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, October.
Yes.
Wow.
Congratulations to
on both.
that.
Because
Thank
that's
you
major.
I was so happy for you when I seen. I said, "Look at her! She just went
Yeah.
up there and she
so
did."
much.
I
God is
love to
so
see
good.
that.
That's
Thank you.
amazing.
So, like another thing, like just trying to when I first came to Houston, I was looking for the same thing, an open
Mhm.
concept salon, right?
Yep.
And Houston is so big, and like the inner city is just so congested. And I hate traffic and congestion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I ended up finding on I don't know if y'all familiar with what is it called? Share. Are y'all familiar with Share?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, so like I was looking on Share, trying to find me an open concept salon, and like I kind of bounced around in a couple. All of the salons were really cool, really nice, but I kind of just wanted my own thing, and that
Yeah.
was ultimately like my goal was to open up
Yeah.
some salon suites, and kind
Okay.
of like what we were saying, like and it's still my goal. Like I'm still working towards just trying to get other professionals because I'm not even like gonna single out hairstylists. I just want like beauty professionals to work,
Yes.
just
Yes.
to, you know. And like I said, I'm older, like how old am I? 35. And I want to mentor. I feel like I have a lot of knowledge to pour into like younger
Yes.
people who are open
Right.
and
Yeah.
receptive to learning. So that's my goal in my salon suites. I have a very small salon suites that I work in. It's me, and then I have like 3 available suites
Okay.
for other like just beauty professionals.
So it's total of 4 rooms, 4 suites.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's a good amount
That
to
is.
start off
Good,
with. Yes.
good, like not too crazy overhead for
Right.
now. Small,
Yeah.
like I don't,
Yes.
but I do want to expand. I want to do, a salon, Studio 7 salon suite 2, part
Okay.
2.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's my goal is to like get beauty professionals in and kind of mentor them. Like I want I want to really pour back into the younger people because
Good. Yes, I
Yes.
love that. I do.
Yes.
yeah.
So we know that building a business can be a challenge, especially, you know, when you have kids, you have life, you're trying to balance everything. So what are some lessons that you've learned along the way?
Some lessons that I've learned to take care of myself, really,
Mm,
like, I am the business. If I don't go to work and I don't do what I gotta do, I'm not gonna make no money.
yeah.
So I got into a really bad car accident. Probably this was before I moved down here. I want to say 2020, I think.
Yeah.
And in that moment, like God really transformed me. He really kind of showed me that it's time to slow
Mhm.
down. Like I was moving too fast. Like just kind of, making money, you kind of make when you doing hair, you just make money like hand
Listen,
over
it be coming fast.
it
Yeah.
comes too
Yes.
fast. And it's like, no, God, and all of the, like I said, like I was in the real season salon. So all of the older stylists would tell me, like, Sis, you need to slow down. You move too
Mm,
fast. You always on the go. You always got something going on. You need to slow down.
yeah.
And God, like, he slowed me down. Like I got into
Listen, when it's time for him to show
Baby.
you something,
it
he
show
gonna
He
do
you.
gonna
it.
slow you down one way or another.
Yeah.
And when I say I'm so grateful for the way that it happened, like when I
Yeah.
Yeah.
think on how it happened, like God really took care of me in that season. Like I'm talking
Yes.
about financially, healing
Yes.
wise, he really renewed me and really
Yes.
just told me, like, you got to focus on yourself, your health.
Yeah.
Always make sure you got insurance.
Yes.
We can't do nothing without insurance, and just kind of just take care of yourself
I'm
Yeah.
so glad
for
you
sure.
mentioned insurance because we be talking about the importance of insurance.
Yes.
A lot of young people don't even
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
ain't even a
They
topic for
don't
them,
Yeah.
and
They
that's
don't,
so
they don't
important.
know. Like that's why I
Yes.
think I'm like, yeah, these young people need to get mentors because if you don't know,
Yep.
you know,
Yes.
Yep. Yep. So I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah. Same. So what are some things that you would be teaching your mentees? Like what topics would you cover in your mentorship program?
My first thing would be customer service. Really,
Mm.
like I would take my time with customer service because anytime I get new clients, they always come in just with like terrible horror stories.
Every
Yes,
Like
time.
they really do.
how stylists are just unprofessional and
Yes.
just not really just unprofessional. You just
Yeah.
always gotta kind of like take care of your bread and butter. It's people who keep coming back to you. You definitely gotta, it's okay to break the rules for your bread and butter clients, the
Yes, it
ones who
is.
always come back to
Right.
you. What's another thing? Like, oh, so one of my mentors told me, like, and this is gonna stay with me. She was like, only 20% of how you like your clientele in your business is gonna be 20% based on how you do hair. The rest of the 80% is gonna be
Yep.
how your clients feel, and how you
Exactly.
Yep.
That's so
That's
true.
real.
and that's
Yep.
a top, like that's like number one. Like clients, like you can do a okay job on their hair, but if you are a professional, you're on time, you're considerate, you're sweet, you
They'll
taking care of
love
them,
you.
they're like, oh, I'm coming back to you.
I'm
Like
coming
Yes.
back.
I
That's on
figured
top of
it
what
out.
you already know how to do. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? But they just be liking you,
They do.
as a person. If they
Yep.
like you and lock in with you, they
Mm-hmm.
coming back for
It's
sure.
all about
Yeah,
making
you
them
gotta you
feel
gotta
Yes.
take
seen.
care of those people too. Like
You
Absolutely, you
do.
do. Especially when it's times when they going through things too. You
Yeah.
definitely got to look out for them.
You
And they be
do.
like, they just love it. On birthdays, I do stuff for them,
Yep.
everything. And they be like, what, for real? I'm like, girl, I'm for real.
Yeah.
like, no, I
I'm
appreciate
That's
it.
the
serious.
least I can
Yes,
do.
that's the least I can
Yeah.
do. They was like, what? Girl, just leave. Bye. I told you
You're
you're
welcome.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, they be
Yep.
like, what? I'm like, yeah, your
Yep.
service today is good. It's on me. They like,
Yes,
they
absolutely.
never had it before. They be like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Yeah. So
Yep.
And they're gonna come back for the rest of their life, and they're gonna and those are the people that they tell their friends about you. They
They
tell
do.
they bring their neighbors, their relatives.
everybody they can
So
think
it's like
of.
giving away stuff like that. It pays for itself. It's never
It
Yeah,
really like
does.
it do. That's the marketing for real.
Yep.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was
100%.
like, I know what I was gonna say. I know that dang, I had to tip my tongue too. I know that you was talking about earlier what I was gonna say about about the hair extensions and stuff. What, like, do you sell your own hair extensions? Do you
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a hair extension line, right? Okay, so let's talk about that,
Yes.
and then like, how would you like your mentor, your mentees and stuff like that? Like, would that be involved with them breaking down the type of hair, telling them how to properly run a hairline business and stuff like that? Like, what made you start a hairline business?
Okay, so I originally started the hairline business because clients don't want to have to do too much thinking when they come to get their hair done. They want to do it and sit down. So like having it was kind of like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah.
2015, I actually went to China. Was it 2015? I went to China and on one of those. Y'all remember when they used to have those groups?
Them tours.
Yes,
did you
tours.
go to one? You did?
I always wanted to
Girl,
go.
I always thought that was just too much. I was like, I don't know. I could go my own self. I always try to think I could do something different, like my own self.
I mean,
that be me. But it's this one time now I do wish I would have went, because not only are you getting a tour, you learning, they teaching you too as
and
you
you
go.
Don't have to
but
think about it.
You got to think about it. So me, that's just my rebelness in me. That's all.
And I met a lot of good professionals. Like I met like a lot of, it was some boutique owners. And I'm sorry. Hold on one second. I met some boutique owners and some other girls in the hair industry, and just some girls didn't even have businesses. They just was like, I just want to go.
They just wanted to go.
Just see. So it was like, it was really like the network. It was a good networking opportunity. And I found some really good vendors for everything. So,
okay.
Yeah, that you just keep it. So I went, but back to the question that you asked. It really depends, because like I said, like I want to mentor just beauty professionals in general. That could be,
okay, in general. Okay.
Just like, in general. So not necessarily just hairstylists. Yeah. And if I do have a mentee who's under me and trying to get into the extensions brand, then 1,000%, I have no problem sharing information.
That's so important for us too, because I feel like people be trying to withhold information, and I don't know what that's for. Like, why? Like, we're not doing that in 2025. We need to be letting the young people. If we trying to turn our industry back around, we need to be giving information. Period. And not giving the wrong information, letting people that give the wrong information out. No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not P. You gotta like, I don't know. I just feel like, God, like reach one, what is it? Each one teach one.
Each one teach. It's enough. It's enough out here for everybody. So
like I've been saying that forever. Like I don't see competition. Like,
there is no competition.
I can have a whole group of friends and we all do the same type of extensions.
Yes.
I would never feel no type of way, because it's enough. First of all, it's enough heads out here for all of us. Like,
literally, I don't get what that be about.
I don't want to do everybody hair. That's
and you might not want to do everybody's hair. Like,
I don't.
At all. Let's talk about that too. Because have you had a crazy? Let's talk about a story about one of those before. Yeah. I know you encountered a story before, so let us.
What you mean, like a crazy
experience?
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about a crazy experience.
Like I said, I've been doing hair for over 15 years, so I definitely got some crazy experiences. I'm gonna just from like recent stuff. Like, I feel like my craziest, and I'm not gonna lie, like I have been very blessed with like a really good clientele.
Yeah.
Especially when I lived down home in Detroit. Like, I had so many families that came to me. I'm talking about mama's sisters, aunties, all the whole family come to me. So we too much about that. But one of my craziest stories was not necessarily in the salon. It was just a crazy client, and she was just coming here talking about she was a witch, y'all. And she was
I know you telling the story.
Oh my goodness.
God, I believe Jesus died for our sins. So when she came in here and she just was saying that, even just being down here in Texas, like, I'm not really like familiar with all of the different, all the different, I don't even know what to call it.
The energies be different. Do you think that, like, I promise you, a lot of people I'll be connected with are not from Texas. So when we all be having the same, like, thoughts, we be like, what?
Where are you originally from, Key? Where are you
Kansas
from?
City.
Are you from Kansas City? Diamond, are you from Houston? Or, you're in Dallas.
I'm actually from Mississippi. So I've been in Dallas for 2 years.
Oh, okay. So you've been down about the same in Texas.
Yeah.
So like, but me just being from up north or Midwest, whatever you want to call it, and just coming down to the South, it was just like a huge
culture shock for sure.
It was a huge change.
Yes.
And like, it was just a huge culture change. But I don't really have any crazy stories for real. Because if I was to start telling stories, then people would know who I was talking about.
Yeah, so you like, you know what, I'm going to just...
Right, let's just keep it right there. I feel
just,
like that too, though. Like, I'm glad we can all relate on it, because I'm like, First of all, I mean, I can say,
Excuse me.
is it me or am I tripping? Like,
Yeah.
what
I told
is
you
going
that was
on?
why I wanted to leave Dallas was just because I'm like, I just can't. I don't know. I
No,
I
I've
didn't.
totally understood you when you said
Yeah.
that. Like, I can relate to exactly what you
Yeah.
were saying because we still get it to this day. Like, it's only a few that like I connect with. Like, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And most of the time, them are people that's not from here.
In
Yeah.
Texas, yeah, I agree. And I'm grateful for the clients because I do have a couple clients that do still travel to me from Dallas.
Mhm.
They have to walk on the road or whatever. But I'm grateful. My Houston clientele is really cool. Like,
That's
Yeah.
good. Did you think
Yeah.
was it a easy transition when you went there to get clients, or how was that
so
process?
the way that I do my thing, like I start to transition before I start to like
Yep.
promote before I even get
Yes.
Before you get there.
Come up there.
That's how I was.
That's
So like
good.
before I even moved to Dallas, I was promoting and talking to people in Dallas for like almost 6 months to almost a year, talking to clients in Dallas. And so even though I kind of left Dallas and moved to Houston pretty quickly, I was okay, say for example, like I'm still living in Dallas. I'll come to Houston for like a week or a weekend and just take as many clients as I could, kind of just make it
Yeah.
work like this guy. I was just putting myself out there. So I'm
Right.
not gonna lie, very like God has been very graceful with my transition.
Yes, that's
Pretty
good.
dramatic way. And I really can't even explain how it happened. I'm just gonna say the
Yeah.
grace.
Right. That's what it do be.
Oh my God.
That's what it be, is that grace. So
Mhm. Yeah.
I love
And
that.
you been in your purpose
Yep.
is everything.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do you
So,
feel
yeah,
like that's your ministry? Do you feel like,
I'm still in my ministry. Like I'm not gonna lie. I've been in Houston for 2 years and it's been rough. It's been a struggle. God has been very graceful still, but it's still just been a struggle. Like I said, like all my family is home in Detroit. And the season that I'm in now, like I'm really just still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where my purpose is and
I
how
love that.
to get there and really just be sufficient in my purpose. Like,
Yes.
I'm full. I got so much knowledge. I got so much game. Excuse me. I got so much game I can teach younger stylists. So it's just like, okay, God, help me to use, my knowledge and my wisdom
Yeah.
effectively, put it in the right
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah.
So
Right.
so that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Well, just to let you know, you are not alone. We are still trying to figure it out as
all
well.
are. Oh,
So
Figuring it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
we in this thing together, and we just
Yeah.
gotta keep walking it out.
That's it. Because
Mhm.
listen, it still got to get done.
yes, it still gotta
It
get
gotta
done.
get done.
It still gotta get done. So that's the thing. It's just so much to it, especially when we constantly want to grow. We constantly want to evolve. We're constantly thinking about what's next for us. Like what's this and what's
really
that.
stretching. Like God has really stretched me this year.
Yeah.
And like I'm not even gonna say not even necessarily in business, but you got to tap into yourself first before you can really pour into.
Absolutely.
So that's the season I've been stretched in. So like moving into 2025, like I gotta hire some folks. Like
Listen, I'm telling you, that's what we
Listen.
have to do. Like get out of doing things our own self
Everything
and get
ourselves.
into delegating. We talked about that a lot.
Yes.
I think that's where the most seasoned stylists struggle at right there.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I'm discovering as talking to everybody is that we have
but I'm
that.
not alone. So we need
No,
to
you're not.
we need a group chat then.
We need a
Yes,
support
we need
group.
to start a group chat because, baby, we need to check ourselves and hold ourselves accountable for that. Because why are we doing that when we need to be delegating these problems?
Yep.
It would lay off a lot of things for us. Like it. Why are we tagging on more stress than what we need to?
Mhm.
Like
because
why?
we've been doing it for 15 years.
Yeah, and we think it's okay. And then when
Yes.
we hit that burnout spot, it's like, man, that's just the worst. Because
Yes.
when I get burnt out, I just be like, I don't want to do
I don't
anything.
want to do it. It takes me mentally out of here. Like I just want to sleep. I just want to rest for like 3 or 4 days. Like I be like that. Like that's why I said I know this year has to be some changes for me.
It has to be some changes, some organization, and some delegation going on
Direct.
for 2025.
Because sometimes I feel like I'm running with like a chicken with my head cut off.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, it's just too much to do, so I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna just go back.
Especially when it's just overwhelming, you be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
Let's talk about tax season.
Oh God, and that's coming. That's approaching. So
Hello.
Yeah,
We are not looking forward to that.
Oh no, I don't like tax season.
I hate it. I wait till the last minute to do it.
Girl, I be extension.
It's not good. We gotta get it together. 2025.
We
We really
have
do. We
to.
gotta get it together. 2025.
And
Sis.
that's-
I'm telling you, like we got to.
My accountant was like, "You need to get on quarterly." I said, "Do what?"
Listen, you want me to get my money out how many times
a year? Yes, and we.
Oh,
I'm telling you, it's so crazy. Like people don't understand the magnitude of entrepreneurship. Like we really, and they think because we say we entrepreneurs, we got money like that. No, we put a lot of it back into the business, and we have to pay out a lot. Like you don't understand. Like it may look like oh y'all can do this. No, we still have to budget this money.
We do.
A through Z, everything has to be taken care of. Like it's not coming out of nowhere. Even with insurance, like
yes, and that's expensive.
It's
oh my god, just the self-pay.
Everything has to be insured. That's the thing. It's not just one type of insurance that you need. It's not just health. You need liability.
Yes.
You need disability,
all that. Medical. Girl, because I be telling people too, get these hands. These hands got to get insured.
absolutely.
Everything.
Yeah.
Girl, because, a seasoned stylist told me about that when I was younger, because she had an incident where it happened and she wasn't able to use. And I had a scared thing happen to me too when I first moved here, girl. I was under so much stress and my nerves shut down in my hand.
What?
I could not use my right hand for nothing. I had to go to therapy for 4 months.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and I thought I was not gonna be able to do hair ever again.
See, right there, that's why we need.
That's what scared me.
Every guy telling you slow down.
That was him. He put me down. He set me down, and I had to take. Thank God, I had savings, so I just lived out my savings. And then after that, I started enjoying what I wanted. That's why I started going into the interior design thing. And I laid off her hair, and that's why I didn't do hair for a whole year when I got here.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
And I was going through therapy, and it made my strength come back. I still feel a little weakness in my hand, though, sometimes. So that's what made me pivot. That's what made me have to find other things for retirement. I can't be doing hair for long like that.
So you do interior design?
Girl, I was doing that too. Yes.
Okay.
I was doing interior design. We be having all kind of skills. We don't just be knowing I do hair right. So I started doing interior design because I never wanted to do hair when I moved here anyway. That was not the plan for me.
Well, okay.
I did not. I know. And then I still ended up back doing hair. So, because I just was so tired and burnt out from back home, I wanted to do something different. I think when my original plan when I came here was to do a clinic because I was into trichology at the time. So I wanted to do a full hair loss clinic like that I knew nobody was doing.
Yeah. It's a few. I want to say I've seen one spa down here. It's not even in Houston. It's like in one of the suburbs. Or do you have that in your salon right now?
No, I don't. I started a school.
Oh, you have a school. You do got a
so I have a hair weaving school. So I decided to do a hair weaving school. With the clinic, it was going to require a medical person to be over it, and I didn't know nobody at the time, and nobody's going to just put their name on my business like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that plan did not go right, So I was like, I gotta find something else. So that's what brought me back to the hair business, so I can meet people and then go from there. So it always bring you back to what you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So now I enjoy it because, like you said, teaching and mentoring and stuff that's my thing now. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's good for you. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear. What's the name of your school? Remind me.
It's called Key Academy. KHE Academy.
And is it in Plano or is it in
It's
North
in
Dallas?
Frisco.
It's in Frisco. I was gonna say Frisco next.
Yeah, it's in Frisco off of Main and Preston.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know where that's at.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. You should be familiar with Preston. So it's off of Main and Preston. This is where we at right now. This is where we do all the filming. This is where we do everything at right here.
Okay, I love it.
So we also do. I also have a virtual school too. So my virtual classes start in January. So I got approved for virtual learning too. So I'm excited about that. So I'm just growing my community and growing my students and stuff.
Absolutely. That's
Yes.
dope. I'm gonna come visit y'all. I'm gonna have to come.
You gotta come. When you come to Dallas, you definitely got to that.
I was like, she would be great to like,
that's
be
what
at
I
the
was
vision
thinking the whole
board
time, but I was
party.
like, I'm gonna wait till like I'm gonna bring her down. We would be. You know what I was thinking though, sis? I was thinking about because Diamond does too, right? She does eye tips, and so I was like, you know what? We need to just have like a workshop one day and just have everybody in here and just like sell our classes and just have a workathon, like just really.
I'm open for it,
girl, like that too. And so we're also going to have a
vision board party
as well in January. So we'll keep you updated with that as well too, because we would love to kind of bring in a new year, set our goals up, girl, and we gonna be holding her accountable for everything, so we can just knock out our goals this coming year, like for real.
I'm ready. Yeah, keep me in the streets and stuff. And like I said, I'll be in Dallas in a couple of weeks. But I'm like y'all up the street. So let me know.
That's literally why I said, and if we gotta come there, so it ain't nothing.
We could go have lunch or just anything.
You want in Dallas and then bring it to Houston. You can do it at my place.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too. And that's why I was like, because that way it gets us an open market to learn the stylists up there too. Yeah. I was like, once we can work on that. So yes, I would love to bring it there to your place. So yes. So I'm so happy that we got to like talk and you got to meet Diamond and everything. I was like, girl, I've been trying to get her on here for a minute.
This has been so good.
Ready, let me know. I'm available.
Okay, I sure will. We gonna stay in touch. You say you be here in a couple of weeks, so probably be around the time where we doing the vision party. So we'll give you a date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because like I said, like it's nothing. What is that like? It's like a 3-hour drive.
Yeah. And that's what I say too. That's up the road from us too. So that's nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. So we thank you so much for today's episode. We're so happy we're gonna wrap this up. But let everybody know where we can find you, where we can get information from, like our viewers actually.
Absolutely. I am Stes, SESTHE, the stylist on all platforms. Studio 7 Hair is my website, studio7hair.com. Y'all can check me out there. Or like I said, Stes the stylist on all platforms. Thanks, Ken Diamond, for having me. It was a pleasure.
You're so welcome.
Thank you so much.
I wish y'all so much love and success.
Yes,
right back at you. I am speaking a full staff for you. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Because you deserve it.
She deserves it.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yes. God is gonna bring it. I'm not worried.
I know. That's why I'm saying I see it though. It's coming. So it's just lining up for the right people to come to you.
That's why I said, like, I'm not
you don't want just anybody. You want the right people that's gonna be in a team mindset. Like that's gonna bring value to you. So it's coming.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome. And we will keep in touch. Let's give a praise to us.
Yay. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, guys.
All right.